Hi and welcome to the IELTS speaking test. My name is Việt and I'm going to be your examiner today. So now let's have some part 1 question. I will now ask you about the topic hometown. Where is your hometown?
Well, I was born and bred in Hà Nội, which is the political and cultural hub of Vietnam. It is located in northern Vietnam and it has quintessential cuisine dishes such as bún chả or phở, which I really like.
What do you like most about your hometown?
I think my favorite aspect of Hà Nội is like the blend of modern and old and the new parts of Hà Nội.
Okay. Is there anything you dislike about it?
Well, for me, I really abhor the traffic because I spend a lot of time commute from my home to my school, which takes a lot of time, like about 2 hours every day. And if I have 2 hours, I would rather spend it on studying language.
Okay. So now let's talk about apps. What kinds of apps do you like?
That's a tough question to consider since I'm a student, so I use a lot of apps. So, for example, when I'm at school, I usually check my emails or use the research apps to do my studies. But when I'm at home or when I'm trying to relax, then I will use social media platforms like Facebook or TikTok to unwind.
Okay. What was the first app you used?
If my memory serves me right, I think it would be YouTube. Yeah, I came across it in my informatics class at primary school. Yeah, and my teacher introduced it to me as a way to learn new subjects or learn new skills. Yeah.
Okay. What kinds of apps would you like to use in the future?
I think it depends on the career path I choose. Because if my goal is to be an academia, then I think the tools which helps me to do my research and my studies would be my go-to.
Great. So now let's move to part 2. You will now be given a topic and then you have 1 minute to prepare and up to 2 minutes to talk about it. So your topic for part 2 is describe a person who is full of energy. And now you have 1 minute to prepare. Okay, so your time is up. You should start speaking now.
Well, I would like to talk about my teacher, who is a lecturer in foreign policy. His name is Khát. He teaches many subjects, but I'm currently studying his foreign policy class. He is a well-known scholar, and he has written many books in his field. Based on my observation, I see him as a really energetic person because he teaches a lot of classes. In the class of 2025, I think he teaches about 10 classes, which are really like a high amount of classes. And his lectures are all the same, no matter when, no matter in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening. He's a really consistent person, I think so. And also he likes to tell stories or poems to us students. He told us about his what he did during his diplomatic missions, or when he is collaborating with a well-known academia. And he's currently writing 3 books at the same time too. Another thing I like about him being an energetic person is that he is really supportive, and he can spend hours and hours to answer to students' questions and explain to them difficult or abstract problems that me personally or other students cannot comprehend. And I really admire him because he is really passionate with his career, and he wants to teach as many students as he can.
Okay, thank you. So now let's move to part 3. I would ask you some question that is also related to the topic that you have just talked about in part 2. So, do you think young people today are more energetic than in the past, and why?
I think it's both a yes and a no, because personally I have seen like many really like active youngsters. They do a lot of activities, both at school and extracurricular ones. And I also like have seen some like really docile ones who don't do anything at all other than just like scrolling their phones. Yeah.
Okay. So, what kind of activities do energetic young people usually enjoy?
Well, in my opinion, youngsters who are full of energy would like to pursue activities which are somewhat adventurous. They could try to like do some like really, I don't want to say risky, but it's like really thrilling. Yeah, like a bungee jumping, or camping in the forest, or go hiking to a mountainous area. Yeah.
Okay. So why do some young people seem to have more energy than others?
Well, I think one factor could explain why young people have more energy than other people is that they have a lot of time in their hands. If they are college students or they don't have a job yet, then yeah, I think they, other than studying, they could do other activities, such as like spend their times to play sports, or take up a new hobby like photography or dancing. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think technology affects the energy levels of young people?
I do think so, because with the advancement of technology, more and more people have resources to do whatever they want, and through social media, they could like find new experience, and they could try to pursue it.
Okay, thank you. So that is the end of your speaking test.
Thank you.
Okay, so great job, and now it is the time for your feedback. I would give you the mark on each criteria, okay? So first of all, it is about fluency and coherence. I think you would deserve band 7 there. You are able to produce a long-term answer without noticeable pauses. Although there are some kind of pause in part 1, part 2, and part 3 somewhere in your answer. However, you still deliver a decent answer, okay? So that would be a band 7. For vocabulary, lexical resource, it is also a band 7 there. You show a wide variety of vocab regarding the 2 topics in part 1, which is hometown and apps. You use a lot of words that related to the topic. However, when it comes to part 2 and 3, I think it is a bit unfamiliar topic when talking about energetic and energy. So you have some kind of difficulty to find the words to describe what you want to say there. And it also affects a bit of your vocab as well as your fluency in part 2 and part 3. But still, it is still a good performance regarding your vocab, so it is a band 7. Regarding your grammatical range and accuracy, I think you did a good job there. You can use a lot of complex structures. I remember that you use some kind of relative clause a lot in your speaking. However, I think you should also add a bit of the complex structure. For example, you can use conditional sentence or some kind of passive voice. And you can also vary your tense more. You use just some kind of like simple tense regarding past simple and present simple. So you can add more some kind of like present perfect, something like that. So you can level up your band score of grammar. So regarding grammar, you would receive a band 7 as well. And for the pronunciation part, I think you speak very clearly. I can understand fully of your speaking answer. So you would receive a band 7 there as well. So overall, you would got a band 7 for this performance. Great job.
Thank you very much.
Okay.